let's go over the quick basics of exporting and mounting directories using Samba on Ubuntu machines. So first of all, I have a client and a server. So on the server, I want to install the Samba package. So you can do switch over to root, and then you want to make sure you have the package. So you do apt install Samba. All right, so I already have it there, and it's there. On the client machine, I want to install the Samba SMB client. So let's do a switch over to root for this one as well, and then do apt install SMB client. I'll go ahead and install the SMB client on the server as well. So apt install SMB client. Okay. Now that they're all installed and in place, I can go ahead and start working with the Samba service. So I want to export a directory. So I'll make a directory called data/data. So right there with root system, and data is going to be available for anybody to upload, download files into. So I will change permissions. Just mod. Let's make it wide open. Huge security risk, but it's then available for use. All right. Next, I want to go over to my client machine. And because I have the server up, I can do an SMB client command -L and try connecting to the server. And it'll ask me for the root user password, and I can see that it is there, and there are some services running. Okay. Now I want to go ahead and create an exported directory. So I'm going to export this /data directory as a share. So do nano my etc samba smb.conf file. In it, I can change my work group if I want. I can change server strings. That's basically just a description of what the server is. I could add in other things like a NetBIOS name if I wanted. But I'm going to leave that all alone for now. I'm going to go down to the very bottom where it has a bunch of examples for directories. You can see there is a homes directory for each user being able to see their home directory. And I can see there's profiles and printers and print and all that stuff is available. I'm going to go ahead and create a new section. So I do that with a open square bracket and type in data. That's what my share is going to be called, and a close square bracket. And then the first thing you do is have a comment. So my comment is going to be my data share. All right, once I have the share name, I tell the path. So path equals /data. I'm going to tell it that it is public and it is writable, but it's not printable. All right. So that right there is all you need to do in order to make your share configure in the configuration file. And I just need to restart the service now. So system ctl restart smb, and it reloads configuration. I can go back over to my client machine and do an smb -L server, and I can look at it again and see what is there, and see there is a data directory there. All right. Now this is a publicly available directory, so it should be pretty easy to mount it and use it. This might be the kind of thing you might do if you were trying to have, say, a set of files people could download and you want them to have access to it. You can restrict these things more if you want, but for now, it's good to see how to do it the simple, insecure way. Now, I wanted to create a mount point. So in my MNT directory, I'm going to create this Samba share, and that's the data directory. And then I need to mount that directory. So I can do a mount, and I'm going to pass it the name of the server. Now, because the server server name isn't in the DNS and it's not on the WinS server, I need to use the IP address. So I'll do a //10.0.2.4/data as my share. And then I will mount to the MNT Samba directory with a user of root. So I do that, and it mounts the directory. So now, what do I have in the directory? Well, if I go down to that directory on the server side, which is /data, I can see there is nothing there. So I can do touch server.txt, and I can see there is a file created here. If I go to the client machine, take a look around, I can go over to that Samba directory, take a look around, and I can see there is a server.txt file there. I can do a touch client.txt, and it shows up there as well. Now you notice permissions are a little weird. It has the read, write, and execute bit set because that's a Windows thing. If I go over to the other side, I can see that the file was created by the nobody user and the nobody group. If I try to remove files, it allows me to do that, even though it's not really the same user group thing. But it does kind of allow you to just do a bunch of things, create files, share files. And so this can be very useful when you are sharing files with Linux machines and Windows machines. Normally you have Samba set up and you have a Windows machine that connects to it, and then they can download files and upload files. But here you go, which is basic file sharing with Samba on Ubuntu machines.